What's good, y'all? It's your boy Saucy Swole, putting you on the sauce. And for today's video, I just want to tell you, bro, stop doing no fap. You know, you've probably heard a guy say this. I've definitely heard a guy say this, where they say, "Hey, bro, I'm on no fap. I'm on a streak of 10 days. I'm on a streak for 2 weeks." And then usually what happens? They relapse. They fold it. Not gonna lie, I used to be one of those guys. Used to be one of those guys that would count my days, how many days I went with no fap. And then I would get an urge randomly. It would get bad. I'd justify in my head one time's not gonna hurt. And then I relapse. Because what happens when you do it that one time? That one time. You already did it, so you might as well do it again. And then again. And then again. Does that sound familiar to you? But we both know we're not supposed to be doing that, bro. We subconsciously feel guilty whenever we do it. We subconsciously feel just a little bit disgusted with ourselves when we do it. We feel a little bit of guilt, shame. And then when we walk around the rest of the day or the next day, you can subconsciously feel that guilt, that shame, and you putting off that energy to the world. So what I want you to do is just stop doing no fap in general. What I'm saying is, tell yourself that you are simply not a person who faps, who watches that corn. Because when you're on no fap, you're constantly thinking about it. You're constantly counting the days. You're telling yourself you have an addiction to fapping and to corn. When if you just tell yourself that you're not that person anymore, it's more easier to stop no fap, to just stop fapping in general, to stop watching corn when you tell yourself you're not that person anymore. But when you're steady thinking about it, steady counting the days, it's way easier to relapse. Because you're telling yourself subconsciously you have an addiction to it, and it's always on your mind. Whereas if you just simply say, I'm not that person anymore, you won't be that person. It's easier to break the habit. There are so many negatives to beating your meat, to watching that corn, bro. Not only do you feel guilt, shame afterwards, it's not right for your mind. You're destroying your mind. There are so many things I can get into. You become a freakazoid, bro. Not gonna lie. You become a freak. Because the more corn you watch, the more you fap, you just go deeper down the rabbit hole. Because the normal stuff won't turn you on anymore. You gotta go into deep fetishes, bro. You gotta go into the nasty stuff, bro. You become a freakazoid. 2, you start looking at girls as objects. Instead of looking at her as a beautiful woman, you look at her and you imagine what she looks like with her clothes off. You start imagining you and her in the bed. Bro, instead of building relationships, you're just thinking in your mind about getting your nut off. It's gonna be harder for you to build a real intimate relationship because you're too busy thinking about getting your nut off with this girl, bro. You're gonna look at her as a doll to you, not someone that you can have a real intimate relationship with. Because you're beating your meat constantly, watching that corn constantly. You becoming a freakazoid. You ever notice when you're done beating your meat, watching that corn, you feel tired? It's because you are literally draining your life energy. Bro, you have life energy building within you every day, stored within you every day. And you are wasting it on pixels. You are wasting it beating your meat. Bro, these girls don't even know you exist. And you're beating off to them, bro. Are you that desperate to where you gotta go online and look at some random girl that doesn't know you're even alive? Think about how weird that sounds. You're in your room. You're in the bathroom. You're in private because you know subconsciously, bro, it's not what you should be doing. Because you know dang well if someone were to walk in on you, hunched over, beating your meat, you would feel ashamed. You would feel embarrassed because you're not supposed to be doing that. Think about how this sounds. You're in your room. You're in the bathroom. You go online, you start fapping. Bro, you are literally busting nut on yourself. You're literally getting busted on, bro, by yourself. And you think that's okay? You, bro, are getting busted on. Let me say that one more time. You are getting busted on by yourself. Looking at pixels. Looking at a girl that doesn't even know you're alive. When you could go out there in the real world, build up your social intelligence, build up your charisma, talk to real girls, and be with a real woman. You naturally build testosterone when you're with a real woman. Do you think you're gonna do that when you're fapping? Do you think you're gonna do that when you're fapping? When you're looking at a screen? The only thing that you get off of fapping and looking at that screen is temporary pleasure, a temporary dopamine high. But I promise you, you would feel much better if you were with a real woman in real life. The reason why guys are stuck on fapping and pixels, because it's easy. It's very easy. It's harder in real life to go talk to a girl in real life. But in order to grow, you can't do what's easy all the time. You're beating your meat, going online. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to get a haircut. You don't have to get fit. You don't have to get fit to do that. You don't have to self-improve to beat your meat to pixels on the screen. But you do have to self-improve to get a girl that you're actually attracted to. But I promise you, there's two paths you can go. One leads down to a loser life, an incel life, while the other leads you to a real partnership with a real woman in your life, bro. Do you want to be beating your meat constantly? Whatever you have to do to get you to stop beating your meat, do it, bro. My brother, turn to God. You know that God is against you watching that corn, is against you fapping all the time. You need to stop doing it. Nowadays, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm a young man. You don't think I get the urge, bro? When I wake up in the morning or before I go to sleep, even in the middle of the day, you don't think I get the urge, bro? I'm a young man, full of testosterone. But instead of just going instantly online, giving myself that instant gratification of, I'm finna bust. Bro, you finna bust on yourself. Instead of doing that, me personally, I go on my phone and I start editing my videos. I go on my laptop, start editing my videos. Or I go to the gym, start working out. Release that sexual tension somewhere productive. I'll go to the gym. I'll edit videos for my fitness content because I know that's something productive that I'm passionate about. You need to find something that you're passionate about. Something that you can do instead of beating your meat, busting gallons of nut on your stomach. Because I promise you, you look goofy. Imagine if you could see yourself while you do that. Do you think that looks masculine? Do you think that's the best version of yourself? Hunched over. I'm finna bust. No, bro. You were literally doing that, just wasting time. Before you know it, you're scrolling for an hour, 2 hours, looking for the perfect video to bust to. You look goofy. You look like an incel. You look like a loser. Way sometimes I think about it is, yeah, I probably shouldn't think about it like this, but hey, it helps me to not fap and not look at that corn. But sometimes I think about the past girls I used to talk to. Do you think those girls really need to fap? I think these girls that I used to talk to, they're out there talking to other guys. They're out there sleeping with other men. And I'm over here in my room or in my bathroom just stroking it, beating to some corn to a girl who doesn't know I exist and busting on myself. Do you know how goofy that looks? Those girls that I talked to in the past, they're out there talking to other guys, sleeping with other guys. Do you think they're thinking about me? No. But I'm over here busting nut by myself, on myself, when I should be out there talking to other girls and being a man. Bro, when you fap all the time, you have no energy. Your testosterone is gonna be lower. You're gonna be walking around here like a zombie because you got no life energy within you. You have no energy to be productive. You're not motivated because you spend all your time fapping to some people who don't know you're alive. Do you get that? They don't know you exist, but you're giving them all your time, all your energy. You are literally giving her your energy. You're becoming a zombie. And you will be a slave to lust. The longer you fap, the longer you watch that corn, you will be a slave to lust. You need to break free. You need to better yourself. Stop. Stop going on those no fap streaks, because most likely you're just going to keep thinking about it and you're going to relapse. Tell yourself you are simply not that person anymore. Tell yourself you don't watch porn. You don't fap. Because, bro, when you stop fapping, when you stop watching porn, you will be more inclined to talk to women in real life, because you don't do that other stuff. When you start fapping and you start watching that corn, your body is in the mode of, oh, okay, I'm releasing my seed. I did what I was supposed to do. But when you have that pent-up testosterone, that pent-up energy, you go out, you're more inclined to talk to women, because you got that natural masculine urge to be with a woman in real life, not no pixels. Women subconsciously feel your energy. They feel that masculine testosterone when you don't fap, when you don't watch porn. And it separates you from the men who do watch that stuff and who do fap. Men who fap have lower energy levels, lower testosterone. And girls can sense that. For my younger guys, when you beat your meat and you're in high school, you walk around high school, I promise you, them girls ain't looking at your way. But if you just stop fapping, stop watching porn, and become a normal guy, better yet, you start working on yourself, self-improving, become above average, you're gonna have more girls looking your way. And you're gonna be more inclined to talk to them, to have a real relationship with them. And that's when life starts. That fap, that corn stuff is not real life. You build up unrealistic expectations about sex, bro. That's not what happens in real life. Situations like that do not happen in real life. Brother, pray to God to help you break free from that lust. Go talk to women in real life. Build up your social charisma in real life. You don't have to talk to girls online when you're fapping, but in real life, you gotta talk to them. What do you think is gonna benefit you in the long run? Because I promise you, all that fapping, all that corn watching is not helping you, bro. It's leading you down a path to be alone. And even if you're not alone, you will never become the best version of yourself watching corn, fapping. Because you're always going to be in a state of zombification, bro. Just looking for the next fix in your lust, your addiction to lust. Brother, if I can stop fapping and watching that corn, you can too. Because I used to be addicted, watching it constantly. But if I can stop, and I used to watch it, you can too, bro. Don't be a freakazoid. Be a man. full of testosterone, ready to be with a woman and have women be attracted to you. Once you tell yourself that you no longer fap, that you no longer watch corn, and you just go through life, you work on yourself, instead of counting the days will just go by and you just won't even notice it anymore. You won't even think about streaks. You'll just simply live life as a man. Stop fapping. Stop doing no fap streaks. You simply gotta tell yourself, I'm not that person anymore. I don't watch corn no more. Yes, there's always gonna be the temptation to do that because it's easy. It's instant pleasure. But I'd rather you, when you get that urge, I'd rather you do something productive. Go to the gym. Work on your passion, whatever that may be. Me, I start editing videos. I start working on my fitness grind. You need to figure out that passion for yourself. Start working on yourself instead of destroying yourself, because you're destroying yourself every time you start beating, you start busting on yourself. You watching corn, bro. The best version of yourself does not need to watch that. But if you just save that energy, put that sexual tension energy, put that natural masculine energy into your grind, you will make more progress than ever before. You can actually become the best version of yourself once you break free from the shackles of lust. Stop being a slave to your sexual desires. You don't have to act on them every single time you get the urge. A man who can control his lust is a strong man, is an unstoppable man. Because you're not just constantly thinking with the wrong head, you're thinking with the right one. You gotta think before you act. Why do you think so many guys nowadays are lonely, depressed? There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. You can be alone and get your work done. You can be alone, but then, still go out and talk to girls. You can be alone and still be on your grind. But you feeling lonely, depressed, is a result of most guys being in the dark in their room, busting on themselves, bruh. And then they wonder why they feel depressed. You are wasting your life energy busting gallons of nut on yourself, when you could put that energy into your grind. You can put that energy into yourself. But you're busting on yourself. You look goofy. You will never become the best version of yourself just wasting your energy away, destroying yourself, withering away due to lust. Control yourself, brother. Control yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Tell yourself, I am no longer a person who watches corn. I am no longer a person who faps. After this video, tell yourself that. I don't watch corn no more. I don't fap no more. That's not who I am. I want to become the best version of myself. I want to self-improve. But it starts with you. I want you to be better. I want you to become the best version of yourself. You can't do that beating your meat. You can't do that watching that corn 24/7. You can't. Brother, pray to God to help you break free. Work on yourself. And eventually the days will go by. Eventually you won't even think about it anymore. Yeah, you'll still get the urges, but you'll be working on yourself instead of going to the corn. You'll be on your grind instead of fapping. You will be self-improving instead of bussing on yourself. Brother, stop walking around with that shame. Stop walking around with that guilt. Stop walking around a freakazoid. Stop looking at all these girls in a sexual way. Because once you stop doing that, it reduces your chances of getting played by most of these girls. Because a lot of these girls, that's how they play these guys. Because a lot of these guys don't get a lot of play from girls. And these girls, other girls know that. So they'll use things like their body to get what they want. But if you're not looking at them in the lustful way, you'll be able to think logically instead of with your, think, brother. You don't want to be just a zombie walking around this earth looking for your next fix on when you finna bust on yourself. I need you to become the best version of yourself. I need you to lock in. So with that being said, after this video, you know what to do. You know what to tell yourself. I'm no longer that person. I hope I could spread some motivation. I hope I could help you in any way, shape, or form. I hope I could spread some motivation. I hope this video helps you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself. I'm here to help motivate you to lock in. If you like this video, let me know in the comment section. If you have other topics you want me to even touch on, drop it in the comment section. With that being said, I need you to stay locked in, bro. I need you to get on your grind. I need you to stop feeding into that lust, because it'll only send you down a downward spiral. I got faith in you, bro. Just keep trying. And if you relapse, it's not the end of the world, but you need to do better. You need to come back stronger. Don't let it control you. That being said, hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, fellas, we got work to do.